Hello all, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and today we are going to see how to convert multiple row into a single row, right? So previously we saw single row into multiple row, but today we are going to see multiple row into a single row. So now suppose we have two rows and we want to make one rows. Like if you see we have two rows, here we have make one row because Java and Python are the skill column and we want to make as a Java comma Python. So how we can do that in the Azure Data Factory using the mapping flow. So firstly, let's so this is our file name employee skill flatten output. If I click on this one and let's see the data what we have. So basically this data we have, when I click on this edit button you can see the data. So we have the for the first employee ID 1 we are the skill as a C and C++. So we want one row. Other employee also we want same thing. So just go to the our data factory. So firstly create a mapping flow because whenever we want to do the transformation we must need to do in the flow. So what I will do, I will just close this all the window. Let's see this, close this one and close this also, right? Here I can just create a one mapping data flow. That one we can give name as a multiple into single row new, right? This is our flow name. Now so already we created the our, let's see, this is our source, right? So under source we need to provide the data set. So just go to the Azure blob storage, then our file format is CSV, right? And I can give the multiple row into single data set, right? Link services we already created. Now we need to give the path. So our path is under container. Our main root folder name is container. Then under input we have the file name is employee flatten output, right? And we want to export in like take the schema from the our file connection, right? Click on the OK. Now let's see the data. So if you want to see the data preview you must need to click on the data flow debug option, otherwise you are not able to see the data, right? So this is our data, right? So we got the data, right? So next step what we have to do, so we need to convert basically that column into the array. So by to convert this column into the array, firstly we need to use the we need to use let me, as I mentioned previously, first we need to use the group by option like aggregate function, right? So in aggregate we group by column is employee id and one more column that is employee name. Let's uh, let's go down. Now employee, why it is not going down, let me zoom in a little bit. Now employee id and employee name, right? So in aggregate, so we have done the group by, right? But in aggregate, which column we want to do the aggregate? So skill, what we have want to do that, this skill, why it is not given? Okay, okay, expression builder, right? So how we can do that, we have one function that is collect. So basically when you want to convert multiple row into single row, use the collect function, but collect function will return in the array format, right? So collect, let me use the, here you can see the search the collect function, right? So if I search here collect, if you see this is our collect function. So we can, when I double click, let me remove this one. We added to collect function, and here we need to give the column name, right? So we want to do the collect on the basis of this skill column, and save and finish. Now let's click on data preview and let's see the data. After we do the aggregate function, group by on the basis of employee ID and employee name, and then collect function. So if you see, we got the output. We have done the, like we got the 3 rows. It is correct, but that skill basically we got in the array, right? So how we can, like, remove this square bracket and all the things? So there we can use the replace function, right? So here, if I go once again in aggregate, and if I go to the aggregate, so what I can do, go to the our collect function. Let me, let's see why it is showing like that. Let's see now. Open expression builder. So basically what I will do, so we want to replace, we want to replace what we want to replace from this collect function. Want to replace this bracket, right? Also we want to replace one more close bracket also, right? We want to replace close bracket also. Now if I close this bracket, and now let's run the save and finish, and now let's see the our typical expression. Use this function and parametric columns which are not present in the, okay. Let's see transformation stream is invalid. Why it's saying like that? Type is mismatch. Okay, skill. Hmm. This one expression builder we are unable to see. Collect skill. We are able to forget the bracket or what? We are closing this collect. Why it's showing like that? ABC. Let me remove one, replace. Let's see. Okay. It is working. Let's see. Let's see once again. It's showing type mismatch. So basically we are the skill data type is correct. So for this one data type is array, right? And let's see, if I go to the aggregate once again, replace string. So again what we can do, firstly we can convert it into the to string, right? This collect function, and then we can use the, because to string, let's see to string how it will work. To string, let's see to string function, then we can use the collect function, and then okay, collect function, and then we can use the our skill column, and then if I remove this one, top one, okay, now we can firstly, because now replace, so what we want to replace first, close bracket, then close it. Let me close. One more thing, again we want to replace the our this bracket also, opening bracket, this is close bracket, and here okay, and here again I close this one, right? And now at the last, now let's save and finish. Now if I try to refresh the data, so now if you see we got the output, so we removed the square bracket, right? So firstly we got in the, after use the aggregate, like we got output in the array. So to convert array into the string, we use the toString function. So if I go here in aggregate, we use the toString function, right? So after use the toString, we again we got this one, so we got one more replace, so we got double quote, right? So if I use the double quote, and we want to replace that double quote also using nothing. So we want to replace, let's run and click on data, refresh, let's see. So now if you see we got the output, right? And now what we are going to do, we are going to see whatever the output we got into the sync function, like into the specific data set. So just create a new data set. So we want to store in Azure Blob Storage, then delimited CSV, then multiple row. Here we can use the data set name multiple row into single data set. And link service we already created, so our link service name is this one. And what we can do, so we can select the our content name, this is our root folder, then this is our folder, and here we are not provided the file name, right? So we provide the file name, nothing here, okay. And here in settings, in sync settings, we can make as a diff output pattern per partition name file as column data, and here we can make name folder output to the single column name, set single partition, and output file name. So employees skill, so we can give the file name is employees skill new, right? So all file name is capital, so for our like understanding. And now if we already run the code, right? So now we, if we save this, uh, just create a new pipeline. So if I create a new pipeline, so our data flow name is new multiple to single new. And here if I click on new pipeline and data flow activity, so here just search the data flow and just click on this data flow. And what is our data flow? So we need to provide our data flow name. So our data multiple into single row, that is new. And now what I can do, I just run the pipeline. So if I run the pipeline, wait for some time to run the pipeline, it will take some time. Currently it is in progress. So basically now this is our container name. Let's open the container also. After run the pipeline, you can see our new file. So basically in replace, like we are not provided, like we want to replace, we are not provided in the string we want to replace. So that's why it replaced with the blank, right? So under this output, we have the file that is employee skill new. I think so. It is in progress. So wait for some more seconds, and we are able to. So file is already created. So let's refresh the our pipeline status. So succeeded, right? If you see, and now if I go this file, so you can see the data and click on this edit. So you can see the data. So that's all about the how to convert multiple row into the single row using the mapping Azure Data Factory data flow transformation. If you have any question, any doubt, please write down in comment and please subscribe the channel. Thank you.